It's me great pleasure now to welcome Italy and Chelsea legend, supporter of the TFOS and Pompey Academy campaign. It is Gianluca Vialli. Good evening, Gianluca. How are we?
Good. We are very well, thank you. And yourself?
Oh, I'm great. The sun is shining here in Portsmouth, and earlier it was raining, so I'm a lot happier now.
Oh, lucky you. The sun is certainly not shining in Italy. We've had a very poor summer so far.
Oh, really? Are you over in Italy then?
I'm just in Italy for another few days, and then I'll be back in God's country for the beginning of the new football season.
Fantastic. So let's just talk a bit about this TFOS campaign then, Gianluca. Great to have you with us, by the way. The fundraiser...
Thank you.
No worries, you're welcome. The fundraiser gave fans the chance to donate to the project, and they would be rewarded for doing so with a range of gifts from dinner with the manager to a signed football shirt. It was only 60 days, Luca, but the fans did it. What are your thoughts on this?
Well, you see, I think I owe a lot to football. Football has been my passion, my job, and my joy at times, my despair. And I'm one of those guys that I think has got to always find for ways to make football a better game. And I strongly believe that one way to do so is to enrich the relationship between and the connection between the fans and the supporters, the communities, and football clubs. Yeah. And I strongly believe that clubs and fans working together for a common goal can make a real difference in the game that we all love. And when the idea of fundraising and TFOS and Portsmouth doing it was presented to me, I said yes straight away, because I thought this is one way to make some sort of football revolution and change the future of the game. And I've got to say that I'm not surprised that we managed to reach the target of raising £250,000 in less than 2 months, because Portsmouth fans have been so fantastic already 3 years ago, saving the club from sort of disappearing, and now with this raising the funds has been it's fantastic. I've been away and in the country, but I've been following this campaign, and it's been astonishing. And I've got to say that I'm very proud of the Portsmouth fans. You've done a fantastic job.
If we go back to the evening, you were unveiled at Fratton Park alongside Andy Orford, and that was before England and Italy were knocked out of the World Cup, of course. Not the most impressive campaign, was it, Gianluca?
Well, it was a very poor campaign by both England and Italy. I've got to say that it was kind of a surprise, because, yes, we knew that Uruguay was always going to be a tough team to beat. Costa Rica, my God, when they beat us 1-0, it was a shock.
Well, it was Balotelli that game.
Yeah. I think the England-Italy game was a very tight game, very close, and we ended up winning, but it could have been a draw. But after that, both teams were very poor in the following 2 games, and I think we've got a lot to do in order to address the situation. The future can be bright, but we need to work really hard on our young players, on our sort of national team, and we certainly need to find solutions, because at the moment we're not doing very well at all.
And if we go back to the evening when you were unveiled at Fratton Park, there was a real buzz of excitement, because people didn't know who was going to be sitting in that seat next to the manager, Andy Orford. And when you walked in, the room lit up with complete sparks and excitement. What was your reaction to arriving at the stadium, to the way you were treated for that evening?
Well, I've been at Fratton Park a few times a long time ago, and so many things have changed since then. The stadium has been refurbished a little bit, so it looks much better. The club, unfortunately, is not in the Premiership anymore, but I could sense straight away there is so much enthusiasm around the club, and so much excitement looking at the future. And the welcome was fantastic, and for me it was an opportunity to launch this project, which I support thoroughly, because I believe that it can be some change in the future of football. Portsmouth is just a pioneer club, but more clubs can do the same. And I'm just sort of looking ahead and thinking, when one of the young Portsmouth players will score a winning goal against Manchester United, all the Portsmouth fans who have been donated money for this campaign might look at him thinking, well, this guy that guy actually became a professional player because we helped the club to build the academy, the facilities for the academy. So I think the fans have left a legacy, and it's just great to think about that.
Not only did you support this campaign, but Italy World Cup winner Paolo Rossi pledged money towards the project. What does this tell you about Portsmouth Football Club, especially with the likes of Ronaldinho and Thierry Henry bowing down to the Fratton faithful?
Well, you are on the map for sure. You're playing Europa League against AC Milan a while ago, and you've just gone through a very, very difficult time. But now that the club is owned by passionate fans and has been in a way managed in a much better way, where it's all about the future of the club, the well-being of the club, then I'm sure that the good time will come back very soon. You've got to hang in there, but you build the foundation for a bright future. So just be patient a little bit and keep working for the future, and you will reap rewards very soon.
That's a very nice message to Portsmouth fans listening in from Gianluca Vialli. Thank you for that, Gianluca. Do you have any belief that had another club in England, not in the top flight, might I add, would they have been able to raise over 250k for the future of their club in such a short space of 60 days?
Well, I doubt that, but now that Portsmouth has shown the way to do it, I'm sure that if the right project will be presented to the fans, if the fans will feel that it is for the future of the club, it is all about leaving a legacy, then I'm sure that just looking at the example in Portsmouth, they will want to do that. And we hope that this kind of engagement and relationship and connection between clubs and communities and football fans will go from strength to strength and change the future of the beautiful game.
The Academy were on tour in Holland and met the likes of Van der Sar and the man who is in the Stamford Bridge hot seat, which you have experienced also. Were you involved in organising this high-profile tour in any way? And what does this do for a young player's confidence, Gianluca?
Sorry, can you repeat the question?
No worries, that's totally fine. I was just saying about the Academy were on tour in Holland recently and met Jose Mourinho, who was watching on their training session. Were you involved in organising in that in any way?
No, not at all. Not at all.
Okay.
I'm still a Chelsea fan. I live 10 minutes from Stamford Bridge. When there's a windy day and the wind blows in the right direction, if I walk out in my garden, I can hear the fans screaming when Chelsea scores a goal. So obviously Chelsea still means a lot to me, but I'm not involved in any way, in any capacity at the club anymore.
Looking at Jose Mourinho, then watching on those Portsmouth players, who are all very young, might I add, what does this do for a young player's confidence?
Well, it's good to know that you are in the right club and you're given the right coaching, and you know that you will be given the right opportunities to shine at a good level, and then it's up to you to keep progressing and one day play for the best club in Europe. But it's all about starting in the right place. I was lucky because I am from Cremona, a small town near Milan. Yeah. And when I started, we were in the second division, and then we went up to the first division, and then we were up to the Serie A. And I could do that without leaving my family, without leaving my friends. And then when I was 20, I was I signed for Sampdoria, which was a big club in the Serie A. But it's really important to have a club where you can work and improve without too much pressure, and with the right facilities and with the right coaching.
And just moving on a bit, we've got 2 minutes before we go for an ad break, Gianluca, so we won't keep you for too much longer. Now the fundraising is almost over, which finishes on Friday at midnight. Will you be working with Portsmouth in any other way, or are there any future projects that you personally have in mind?
Well, I'm interested in working with TFOS because they have this fantastic concept where they want clubs and fans working and community working together. So if they will come out with the right project, I will sort of try to help them again. And obviously, I now feel I'm connected somehow to Portsmouth, and I'm just hoping that one day I'll be one of them looking at one of the young Portsmouth players and feel like it was also because of what I did that we gave this player the possibility to improve and then to become a professional and to shine and maybe one day become a player for the national team. So I'll always be connected to Portsmouth Football Club.
I think it's a very honourable thing that you're doing, Gianluca. You've came over here and you showed the club a lot of attention and a lot of love as well. The beautiful Italian love that we all know and cherish, and it's been great to see you come over. Paolo Rossi donating as well. Just a quick one before we go for an ad break then. What is your prediction for Pompey in League 2 and former club Chelsea in the Premier League?
Well, I met the manager and I met some of the directors at the club, and I think that they have a clear vision on what the club needs to do in order to keep improving and possibly get promoted and go from strength to strength. So I know it is difficult because everybody wants to do the same, but when I see a vision, when I see a strategy, and I see the right people working in the right places, then I'm always confident the club can do well. So I hope that is the case for Portsmouth Football Club as well.
It's been absolutely fantastic to have you with us this evening, Gianluca. We hope you've enjoyed being on Express FM this evening, and we hope to hear from you again in the future.
Absolutely. Thank you very much for talking to me, and I wish you all the best.
What's your final?
And enjoy the sunshine until the last.
I certainly will do. Thank you very much, Gianluca. What's your parting messages for Portsmouth fans?
Just keep supporting the club, and good luck for the season. I am sure that you can do very well.
Brilliant. Thank you, Gianluca. Take care.
My pleasure. My pleasure.
Goodbye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
That was Gianluca Vialli. Oh, wasn't he great? Oh, Gianluca. We're going for a break now. Join us for Alan Knight straight after this one.